Hello. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? Oh my gosh. The Splatoon 3 Splatfest was absolutely amazing. I'm still not over it. And I am wanting to go back to Splatoon 3 so badly, but I guess we can't, so yeah. Yeah. Hello Joshy, hello Agent Nate, hello Ed. Doing fine listening to the Evening Sky by Marcus Warner. Huh. I actually want to go listen to that, honestly. I would love to go listen to that. I'm still on the just chatting screen. We are playing some Pokemon. The playlist I meant. Nice. I want new music to go listen to. I really want to do a lot more with all that kind of stuff. I want to listen to more music. That's my only thing. But how's everyone doing? Oh my gosh. There's about 46 songs? Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, it has been a while, Joshy. Did you get to play the Splatfest? I know that Agent 8 played with me. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Now, I said I was going to do some offline training, and I did do some. Hi, Inkley. Nice, I hope you enjoyed it. I also changed my character's hair. I don't know why I went with that style of all of them, but I did change my character's hair because I wanted to experiment for a little while. Inkley, thanks so much for the splash hydration. Stay hydrated, everyone, except for Michelle. Michelle's not allowed to stay hydrated. So yeah, I did do some training. I'm still in the level 50s and I lost a team member, but I'm not as high as I originally planned to be. So that might present some problems going into this. Always keep hydrated. I do my best, my friend. I do my best. So what I'm going to go do now is I should probably have a 6th member of my team, but I don't know who I should have as my 6th member of my team. I have a lot of Pokemon that I could have, but I don't know. I was thinking on the Ursulines. Why do I have 2 of them? Oh, I guess because Ursaline evolves in this version of the game, doesn't he? At least I think he does. I have a lot of Bidoof, so I could take a bunch of Bidoofs with me. But that wouldn't work. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Glade that I had before. The entire Bidoof army. Can you beat the game with nothing but Bidoof? Hello, Michelle. How you doing? So I'm not the highest. Just very possible. I wonder, though. Could you beat every single game that Bidoof is in? With only Bidoof? This might just be running on the deer, because deer can get me there faster. Alright, so I'm definitely not ready for this battle. I can tell you that much. I am not ready for this battle at all. I know that for a fact. Considering how much trouble we had the ninja dude, we're probably not ready. If we're actually not ready, then I think I'll go do some research quests and just grind up some money. While we just listen to some lo-fi and vibe. But, I did get another star on my thing though, so that's good. Hi Chris. Hi Michelle. Finally full combo to sun that I've been trying for weeks. Yes. That's amazing. You'd better take that red chain up to the top of the mountain. That Pokemon threatening to descend on the peak any moment now. I think it may be Almighty Sinnoh. But this has to be stopped. You're the only one who can do it. Almighty Sinnoh seems to be nearly here, but still the commander obstructs us. There's Volo, who everyone seems to hate. I think I'm good, my friend. Yeah, I know, Joshy, I know. Especially with how hard of a lead that they had at first. Commander? You again. I've heard that this red chain of yours will bind the world. I assume that to bind the world means to hold this world together, keeping it as it's meant to be. A welcome idea, but can I truly put my faith in such tales? Of course. We did research. Commander, please, be reasonable. I understand that you're bound to protect your people as commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I have the same duty towards my clan. But doubting Loki like this, you're not just wrong, you're a fool. Perhaps you are right. Are you serious, Inkley? That is actually really cool. He's wearing the same armor as Wickstorm. That's really cool. But if I were to simply place my faith in this boy and that faith were to be betrayed, then how could I possibly face my people? I stopped playing it for a while because I got kind of tired of trying to grind up all the Pokemon, but I started playing it again because I want to do some different things other than Splatoon before Splatoon 3 comes out. So yeah, that's just me. You may think you're the only one desperate to pick people of Jubilife, but you're not. Loki is putting his life on the line as well. Fine, enough. Let fate decide what happens next. Whichever one is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokemon, Loki. Today, we battle in earnest. That is interesting. I appreciate that a lot. Should have started with Chad. Definitely should have started with Chad. Shoot. Really, Commander? Thank you, Joshy. Alright, burned. That's good. Coward. Yeah, actually, no lie, starting off as Chad would have been great in this case. Shoot, who should I go for? Mittens? Iron Tail. That did a lot of damage. Nice. Defenses were lowered, which is important. Mittens is out! No! Yeah, Mittens did the sacrifice play. Galay, can you do anything about this? Probably a bad idea to send you out there, but... Interesting. Glade goes twice with Bite, Ice Vein, or Icicle Crash, but not with Crunch. Is that something that was throughout the entire game, or is that just something that is just for this fight? That's hella interesting. Icicle Clash, I guess? Because of stab? Well, stab and stab. Okay, that was interesting. Golem? Ooh. Let's give it our best, my friend. I mean, we're not doing the worst. We're dying, but we're not doing the worst. Should I send Nega Daniel out there right now? No, I'm going to do it. Clefable? Ooh. I don't know if I have anything that can help that can go against Clefable. Also, how the heck does Nega Daniel evolve? Because I swear to goodness, I've had Nega Daniel like this forever, and like he's in the level 50s. I would have thought he evolved by now, but he isn't. Wait, I need to find a Sunstone. Great. Oh, that was actually really good. Poisoned! Poisoned! No shiny stone? Oh, okay, thank you. Isn't it Sunstone in some other games though, or has it always been shiny? Yeah, I'm taking the risk. Okay, so the unfortunate part about this is that I'm going to have to do a sacrifice play. I'm going to try and get Chad out there. But Negadan's not going to survive this. Chad, buddy, can you do something for us here? Come on. Just don't miss. Battle decided. Underleveled, but I did it. Oh my gosh. Any Pokemon that threatens our life here must be eliminated. You see, I don't really agree with that, though. Like, we can tame them. I don't know, I've been a 12-year-old kid many times. And managed to tame many Pokemon. Awesome, but get prepared. I don't like the sound of that. Pebbles, who did absolutely nothing, and Chad are the only ones that got experience points. Oh my gosh. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. Loki, the fates have decided. I concede. And I apologize sincerely for doubting you. Commando. I know I have no right to ask you any longer, but please use the strength of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition Team. No, for the sake of the Celestia people and all Pokemon living in Hisini. Don't you worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. Everyone's revived. Everyone's good to go, right? Who should we start off with? Should we start with Boof, Pebbles, Chad, Nega Daniel, Mittens, or Galay? All of them? I fortunately can't send them all out at once. If I could, I would be doing that the entire game because that would be so OP'd. That would be incredibly OP'd, my dude. That would be so much fun. I won't spoil. Gosh dang it. True, Chad is the best we've got. I don't have a Pokemon named Burrito. Okay, I'm gonna save just in case. Come on, now's the time. Use the red chain. Oh, wait, what is this? There's a voice in my head. No, in my heart? It's speaking to me. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then. Whoa, Idra. Do you hear what you're saying? Catch you. Almighty Sinnoh. I think Almighty Sinnoh may be speaking to me. It's telling me, you hold the right train. Time to catch me then. For the fight to come. Take these. Ultra Balls, eh? I wonder if, is there a Master Ball in this game? I really wonder if there's a Master Ball in this game. Because typically there's always a Master Ball, but this is like the start of Pokeballs, right? Well, so much for Chad. I'm going to give a shout out to Botanist. Thank you, Inkley, actually. Botanist is streaming right now. They're playing some Monster Hunter right now. So if you want to go check out some Monster Hunters, you can. But we're doing something cooler right now. So much for, Chad being the best, eh? It's Palkia. Holy smokes, it's Palkia. I don't think we are able to take down a level 65 at this point, but we can try. Is Palkia the one that has terrible special defense, or is that Dialga? Because I remember the one these two had like really bad special defense. Well, unfortunately, Palkia only has 2 weaknesses. I have no idea what those weaknesses are. Fairy and Dragon. Ooh. Can I eat a ball right now? I want to eat a ball right now. Nope. Okay, Boof is down. Glade? Ice Fang? Oh wait, will my ball work now? Yeah, there we go! Oh my gosh, that did not take long. Hey Raynex, how you doing? How you doing, my friend? Oh my gosh. How did I get that? Woo! He caught it, right? He caught Almighty Sinnoh. Haha! I told you I could tame at least one version of God. I'm going to go tame the other version soon. Red Chain's been shadowed, but we've still got the Pokemon of the Lakes to thanks for getting this far. Oh, well done, Loki, my boy. Masterfully handled. I'm good, how you? I'm good. We're just playing some Pokemon Legends Arceus. I have never finished this game before. We got pretty far when I originally played it a long time ago, but I never actually finished it. So, late stream today, yes, but we're also trying to finish it. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to simply stunning victory. You're truly the pride of the Survey Corps. Now, if you decide to knock out Palkia, will it force you to do the battle again? Because I know there's some battles that will like force you to do it again and again until you catch the guy. Is that the thing, or is that not the thing? Ah, I can heal my son. No, it's called Palkia. Mighty Palkia is speaking to me in my mind. So I'm assuming Adora is Palkia and Adam is Dialga, right? Space-time goes chaotic. The power fails, the frenzy one. It comes now to fight. Wait, that actually makes sense, because Adam's team is all about time, and Adora's team is all about space. That's why I'm here. You're telling me there's another one? Are we going to fight Arceus now? Are we going to fight Arceus, the real Almighty Sinnoh? But the Red Chain smashed Abyss. No way even Loki could tackle another Pokemon as strong as that last one. So, what's coming then? Dialga! Dialga! Can I catch him? How you big derp? How you big derp? All of you, we must vacate this. Forget the fancy talk. Book it. Come on. We've got to make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before another Almighty Sinnoh decides and wants to fight us. But Commander, we can't just leave it here. Ya dunce! Yo dunce! Ya won't be able to use anybody if you'll die in here on this mountain. What you waiting for? I'm telling ya, we've got to get going. Hi, Autumn. How you doing, Autumn? Is that Spamton? Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's not Spamton. That's just a very cute emote. Never mind. I was thinking, if that's Spamton, that's adorable. Hi. Such a dreadful power. It's certainly beyond our current capabilities to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before it, Loki. And did you notice the energy pouring through the rift? It seems likely that the buildup of the same energy is what caused the straight lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into the frenzied state. Alright, seriously question. Serious question. Is there a way at this moment that I can catch Dialga right now? Or is it a post-game mission? Because if it's a post-game mission, that's going to change how I approach the fight. You'll be able to get Dialga before the post-game. No. Okay, now I'm getting mixed singles. But Michelle, I'm asking, only Arceus is locked in the post-game. So, Dialga, I might be able to catch. Arceus, I will not. Not this very second, no. I meant before I finish the game, I'll be able to catch Dialga. Yeah, before the post-games. And, like, Cresselia stuff, but they're whatever. I like Cresselia. Michelle like Cresselia. Cresselia's amazing. Dialga's main story. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. Shoot. Because that's going to slightly change. I believe... Okay. Alright. Oh, whoops. Sorry, didn't mean for that. I was trying to figure out, Shoot, because I could have sworn Palkia can learn false swipes, and if that was the case, I was going to use false swipes on... But actually, maybe he can't. No, actually, shoot, he can't. Lord of the Tuna! Michelle, I'm going to take your word for that, okay? Because I want both of these Pokemon. You guys do not understand how much I love Dialga. Dialga's my all-time favorite. I'm kind of sad we're not getting him first. Because I think Dialga is the better one of the two. But it was up to a vote, and people were right to say that it would be better to get Palkia first, because Palkia is the better of the two, stat-wise. Alright. So, our two clans truly were following different Almighty Sinnohs, but both were real. What a shocking turn of events. Say nothing of the shock of hearing the commander speak so differently. I must apologize from the bottom of my heart to the both of you, as well as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You never abandoned your trust in Loki. And to you, Loki, I acted on ill consideration and presumptions and drove you from the Galaxy Expedition team, forcing you to face the great hardship alone. And despite that all, you still strove to save all of Hizuni. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reasons to act the way you did. Commander, I suggest we return to the matter at hand. We've left things in quite a state up at the temple. That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's in front of us than dwell in the past, huh? Just what I expect from a real scientist. Dependable attitude indeed. Yes, let's move on. No need to speak any further about my rash actions, not to mention my loss of composure. It seems like having Loki about has been a good influence on us all. It's only natural. Loki is strong enough to defeat even this new opponent single-handedly. Whoa, slow down. Did you forget the red chain broke? We'll be alright, armed with the knowledge that mighty Palkia imparted to me. Palkia, the Pokemon that talked to you? Yes, it told me its name. That's not all, it's told me this. The Stone of Creation's beginning. The Chain of Red. The vessel of humankind's invention. Unite these three and calm the chaos now, disputing the flow of time. And then, mighty Palkia must go with us back to the temple, it said. Well, that Chain of Red is in pieces now. But if little bits will do, I guarantee you those. And the vessel of humankind invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball? That's gotta be it, but what about a Stone of Creation's beginning part? Lian may have some idea. He's knowledgeable about the stone minerals. He even goes digging for ore sometimes. Is that so? Then Warren Lian will be a fine resource to consult. And what are your thoughts, Professor Leviton? Have you any idea what the stone could be? Oh, upon my word, perhaps I do. Loki, my boy, could you lend me these plates you received from the reindeers and others? The ones that Volvo said had messages engraved upon them? Aha! Just remembered. Here on the back of the Earth place it says, when the universe was created, its shards became this plate. I think it may be a hint to what we need. Everyone hates Volo, but like Volo hasn't done anything to us yet. Volo has been nothing but kind to us, so like Volo's nice. We like Volo here. What? How do you mean? Don't you see? We must search for a stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares the same material properties as those plates. In fact, I believe young Leon may know just where to find such thing, as he says he's been investigating it at Volvo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volvo fellow came around the diamond settlement asking about those plates before too. It seems like a lead worth following. It's decided then. Thus begins our search for Stones of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather mouthful, would you say? I propose we call it the Origin Ore. Ida, may we ask for your clan's aid once more? Of course, I'll call Lian to the summer camp at once. Wow, we don't even need to go anywhere. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation just never came. So I decided to honor you all with an unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Now, Adam, I see all those other louts have their little tasks to be getting on with. But what about Great Melly? Where's my role in all this? I'm your leader, Melly. Show a shred of respect, would you? Is that just because of what Melly was doing before? Michelle? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me a job, great leader Adam. And make it a good one. You want a job? Fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other warrens are busy looking after their nobles and keeping the people from our clan from panicking. Take a hint. Oh, Adam. Oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they are suited to and work that they are not. Oh, before I forget, it seems like you weren't entirely useless after all. Galaxy Team Grunt. Well done, you. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts. This is my way of encouraging the little people. Okay, fair enough, Michelle. Melly is kind of annoying. And you're also little compared to me. Well, thanks. I've brought Leanne. Yeesh, that ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I do not like it at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. Hisuni ores and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the one to realize that fact, it's only natural that I should be the first consulted. Hi, Chip. Maybe we can. Occasionally murder's the answer. Just occasionally. If you have a problem with it, perhaps you'd like to take up with Clavier in battle? With that bumbling ball of yours? Excuse me? That bumbling ball is more capable of zapping you both than that ugly bug of yours. All the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it to you now? I forgot Melly is watching over the Voltorb. The Voltorb, what? The Voltorb Noble. Jeez. Wow. The Voltorb Noble. Which is unfortunate because the Voltorb Noble is really cool and Melly is not. Electrode. There you go. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Melly, give her a rest and play nice with the Pearl Clans folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adam! Everyone back home is all worked up because the Pearl Clan got to speak to Almighty Sinnoh, or Palkia or whatever. Do you want them to hog all the glory? Right, Michelle? Right? Jeez, I almost called Michelle Melly for a second there. Oh my gosh. Warden Leanne, if you would. Certainly. Let us set out at once. We take for the Primeval Grotto? I know, Michelle, you're so much cooler than, Melly. Is that area within, or am I having to leave? Am I leaving, or is this the area within the map? No, I'm pretty sure it's asking me to leave. Wait, what? Maybe it's not. No, it's on the map? Okay. I feel ya. I feel ya. Hey, Bobo Pass. Can I throw a ball you? Okay, maybe not. I'm getting out of here. Whoa, look at that. Holy smokes, I never realized I was there before. Where the heck am I supposed to be going? Oh, look, that's pretty. What a curious cave. I feel some extraordinary power here, as if the world itself was created in this very place. What do you think, Leah? Taking into consideration my knowledge of ores, my skill at mining, and the strength of my Silgo's moves, I think you'd better leave any extraction work up to us, wouldn't you say? We're gonna have to ask you to stop right there. Oh, is this the lucky coins, guys? There we go. Oh, come on. Who's there? We don't have any time to waste with. Clover? We haven't seen you since you walked on the clan. Where have you been all this time? Also, Clover comes from the, one of the clans. Ha! I don't have to tell you nothing. Look, you can carry on digging out the treasure you're after. And then you'll give it to us. I don't know why you even look surprised. It's not as if you're hard to follow. What we seek may be precious as treasure, but this isn't how valuable it is. We need to restore this awful sky to normal. Ugh, that earnest good-to-shove act of yours is maybe what lead Pearl Clan in the first place. Oh, and coins from the Pearl Clan. Does that mean the last one's from the Galaxy team? Enough! I don't care why any of you ran off to play Bandit. But I won't let you get in Leon's way. There are 3 of you and 3 of us. Let's go, Loki. You take Charm. Does that mean Charm's from the Galaxy team? I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our path. I'm the eldest and I'll be unlucky Charm, especially in this battle of a lifetime. She may have told us this during the introduction of her, but that was so long ago. Like, I believe this game has been out for like a year now. And like, we just never finished it. Chad, you may be forked here. Yeah, poor Chad. Nega Daniel? Okay, there we go. Good job, Nega Daniel. Good job outlasting that, Nega Daniel. No, that wasn't gonna work. Hypnosis? Fireball. I wonder if Dream Eater would work in this game. I don't think I've ever seen Dream Eater being used in this game. Makes me wonder if it would be, if you could use it in this game with this drowsy, because your Pokemon's not actually fully asleep, right? It's just your Pokemon's kind of drowsy, right? Not bad, my friends. Not bad. Well, you are rather formidable. Come on, Clover. Why not come back to the Diamond Clan? Times are changing. We're changing. And could really use someone as strong as you are. Are you joking? I've got no interest in living back in that place with all its stupid rules. Look, we'll let you keep the treasure this time, but you better do something about that sky. You really are as strong as ever, Loki. Maybe you can really do something about that monstrous creature at the top of the mountain. But even if you do, next time we meet, you won't escape without a beating. Remember that. Honestly, those three. What did they even come here for? Oh well, I'll heal up everyone's Pokemon. The coin... I remember never hesitated to help someone in need. Even if she grossed as she did so. I suspect they may have been worried about us. Perhaps even wanting to help. Then they should have just said so. What a pain they are, hiding behind that attitude. I was able to extract some of that origin ore, whatever it is you wish to call it. I suppose it had better go with you, Loki. I love your little friend. Your little friend's so precious. I want a little friend. You obtain a piece of the origin ore. An ore of mysterious power spoken of in ancient myths, and said to contain power of the almighty Sinnoh itself. That was surprisingly easy. No, you simply failed to recognize my skill. You ought to be praising my hard work, honestly. Leanne, we're gonna give you a round of applause for your hard work. Everyone in the chat, come on. Give a round of applause to Leanne for its work. A little clap for Leanne. What would that ore taste like? Probably like a rock. Like all other rocks taste like. Woo, cowboy! I knew we could count you, Leanne. No wonder Clara recognized you as a worthy Warren. Oh my gosh. Let's hurry back to Mr. Professional and show him what we got. That Leviton's got sound judgment, plus knowledge to spare, despite his silly streak. Damn it. Alright, that's not good. Maybe I shouldn't be catching Pokemon at this time, now that I think about it more clearly. Hey Chip, thanks so much for the splash hydration. Took a sip of water for you. Stay hydrated, everyone, except for Michelle. Michelle, you are not allowed to stay hydrated. Nope. Oh, that was way too far of a drop. Whoops. Sorry about that, my character. So, this is the Stone of Creation's beginning. The origin ore. Yes. One can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be that feeling of the very origin of itself? I have must been meaning to ask you since you brought that up, but the origin of what exactly? Of everything, by the sound of it. Exactly, my girl! Now then, back we go to Jubilife Village. I don't know, shouldn't we be eating some balls at Dialga? Throwing some balls at that face? I want that relic. Can I have the relic? Alright, Mr. Professor. It's all in pieces now. But this is what's left of the red chain. Splendid! Even in pieces, I think we'll find it still perfectly fit our purpose. We're jolly lucky you had the foresight to pick up all the broken pieces back at the temple. Your turn, Loki. Next comes the Stone of Creation's beginning. You handed over the origin ore. The fragment of the red chain collected at great personal risk by the Diamond Clan. Then the Stone of Creation's beginning, which we only learned about thanks to the Pearl Clan. And now it is time for Galaxy Team to play its part and turn these items into a proper vessel. Arky, my girl, you are one of the team's greatest craftspeople. Could I ask you to do the honors? This is my true battlefield, Loki, even if it may be safe indoors. This may take us some time. Perhaps the rest of us, you better wait outside while we work. Come on now, Mr. Professor. I wish they'd hurry up in there. I'm starting to suspect all your prattling about the value of time is a cover for your own impatience. That is kind of true. Adam is extremely impatient. That is really true. If sitting back and waiting actually solve things, I would sit forever. Because that'd be using time well. Unlike this. We've done it, Loki! I dub it the Origin Ball. If the message conveyed in our good clan leader can be believed, this should allow you to catch the Pokemon that has appeared at the Temple of Sinnoh. The Origin Ball. A single and irreplaceable Pokeball that can be used to catch the frenzied Pokemon raging at the Temple of Sinnoh. So I should go catch a Caterpie is what it's saying, right? Right? These Pokeballs of yours are full of wonders. Do you think the face of Hisuian could rest in something so tiny? It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these things will bring the two of you closer together. Wait, please, I hear something. That voice is speaking in my mind again. You mean Palkia? Yes, it appears the mighty Palkia is willing to lend its own strength to us in this battle. Now, that's what I like to hear. The Pearl Clan's almighty Sinnoh, well, I guess I should call it Palkia. It's one fierce Pokemon. Everything is ready now, Loki. Take the Origin Ball and hurry back to the Temple of Sinnoh together with Palkia. Palkia isn't with us, right? Okay. So that means we need to go pick up Palkia from the, Please don't activate a cutscene, because I still need to pick up Palkia from the yard. Actually, you can see a Pokemon in the pasture over here. I wonder if you can see Palkia in here occasionally. I'm going to move you back to the team, Pastor. Sure, survey work. That's what we're doing. And let's see Palkia. Palkia, you're a lot smaller than I thought you would be. Anything in boxes? Nice. And they could be anything from any box, right? Palkia, I feel like you're tiny. Any mom from any box. Good to know. And here you are, lost one, ready to face your fate atop Mount Coronet. It seems like a vicious battle might await you. I'll go where I must. I mean, true, but still, Palkia feels small. Oh, well said. Now, hearken my words, young ones. Time cannot be served from space, nor space from time. That being, you will encounter the Temple of Sinnoh is Dialga, ruler of time. If it's allowed to run wild, time itself will twist and bend here in Husuni, and eventually the very world may be broken. But you have the aid of its counterpart, Palkia, the ruler of space, and therein lies in hope. Right, Inkly, right? Only 13 feet tall? Damn, that's small. $20 in its form, if I'm right. Okay, 20 is more so what I was expecting. Honestly. But like, there we go. Balance will be brought to time and space, and the world can change once again, as it should. Now, take Palkia at your side and make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. I must say, this is quite an intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clother has to offer. Excuse me? Is this a time for shopping? Well, I hardly have the time for shopping if the world ends, will I, young man? Fair point. Why, Pokemon? Why do you do this? Alright, Loki. Once you feel ready, set out. We make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. Why is, like, Arceus only 10 feet tall? Why? You know what? It's time to just go for it. How long have we played this game? How long have we been playing this game without defeating it? How long have we done everything? I'm gonna run past you, my dude. I don't want to fight you right now. Don't you... I am trying to save the world so then you don't die, my good sir. You should be thanking me. So let's go. Just the boy I've been waiting for. I think I've been playing it for more than 6 hours, honestly. I know you can buy various sundries at the base camp, but I thought it might be helpful for you if I set up here, closer to the temple. I want to have the front row seats so there's a chance to see the world of myth and legend. I'll probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle's actually begun. Oh, but you don't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. And besides, I know you all too well the strengths of you and your Pokemon. And I've got no doubt you'll have this whole thing tied up in a neat bow before I could possibly be in any danger. Considering how underleveled I am, I wouldn't be too sure, Volvo. We wouldn't want Volvo to die now, would we? In fact, the tallest Pokemon is currently entrance at 328 feet. Indeed, indeed. in real life? Yes, it would be. For so long, I thought I had to eliminate anything outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilife City. Whether that meant banishing you or seeking to destroy a Pokemon of the temple, I felt it was my own path. But you've shown me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, recruit? I'm ready to fight. Loki, in all vast space, your place has found you. What in the world does that mean? It's a Pro-Clan saying. It reminds us that the occasions we must arise are also stages where we may prove ourselves, where we might shine our brightest. So basically, you're saying not to feel nervous. I'm starting to see the appeal of how you Pro-Clan people think, in some situations anyways. We will support you in whatever way we can, though I doubt you need it. Loki, protect Kusuni and her people. Protect time, space for her Pokemon. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Because I'm not. I really should have taken off the Bidoof mask. What the heck is that? What? That's not Dialga. Oh shit. I'm sorry, just roar there. Throw out the butt! Throw out the butt! No! I guess I'm also doing this pacifist? Oh gosh. Boy, what would be Palkia's design then? If Dialga got an alternate design, I'm assuming Palkia did too, right? I don't think I've ever seen this design before. Oh my gosh. Does Palkia have an origin design? I'm gonna die. I died. You've got to... What? Hang on. Really? Really? Are you serious? At least I get what they're going for Dialga's design. And I actually quite like Dialga's design, but that is just ridiculous. Palkia's design is just ugly. Why? Where's the arms? They got detached and turned into feet! Why? Why? At least Dialga's is cool. I like Dialga's a lot. Dialga's design is at least interesting and kind of cool. But, like, this is just stupid. I get they were going for, like, a chariot horse type thing. But no. No. Maybe it would have looked like one of those, centaurs, I think they're called. It's a beautiful space centaur. Ah, Delta Leviton and I are on the same page. But I don't know. Like, yes, I would have liked it better with arms. But, like, I don't know. I still don't like this. I don't like the way that this is. Dialga's design is a lot cooler to me. Alright, let's try this again. Continue battle. I'm standing by it. Between the two designs, I'm gonna say Dialga's is the better one. Shoot. Ouch. I actually ran out of water, so I can't do that right now. Why is it not giving me any time to, like, dodge roll out these things? Oh my gosh. I'm not counting this as an attempt. Okay, maybe I will. No, that counts as an attempt now because I actually got the bar down. Even if it went badly. Yep. I don't know. I kind of thought there was a cannon inside of his throat. So that's why I was kind of like, oh, that's cool. Gosh dang it. Can we agree, though, that this song is really good? That the song that's playing right now is actually really good? Like, it's just like a Final Battle theme. I'm really liking this. Oh, shoot. There we go. He caught it. He really did it, didn't he? My eyes aren't lying, right? He actually went and caught it? Yes, oh good show. What a catch, you combined fearsome thing in the origin ball. Astounding as ever, Loki. How long have I been streaming for? That's the question at the moment. How long have I been streaming for? And then they all died in there. No, Joshy, no! No! Finally. Formidable as usual, Loki. It says an hour and 16 minutes. Okay. I'll get started on it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Soon the commander sheds a tear now and then. Never thought I'd see the day. Yes, what a sight to have witnessed. What was that sound I just made? Ouch, what gives, Commander? Not sure I deserved a sumo throw. Well, at least it seems this is no dream. Arceus could really say that. Oh my gosh. Actually, Chip Gamer, the way they address that is that every single cartridge of a game, it's its own isolated world. So realistically, the world that you play in Sun and Moon does not affect anything that has happened in Sword and Shield, even though some of the characters are in Sword and Shield, if that makes sense. Please don't, Michelle. Please don't. Listen up, all of you. We faced a calamity unlike any we've known, but we were able to overcome it by working as one. This calls for a celebration, a festival for us all. Gather your clans. This will be the greatest celebration Hisuian has ever seen. Celebrate with the Diamond Clan? The two clans together, huh? Well, since it turns out we were both following a true almighty sin of our own, I guess the times when we'd fight over who was wrong or right is ancient history now. Honestly, I kind of like that now. That they both were, in a way, right. So there's no point in strife between the two of them. So does this mean that the two of them can just go on living in peace and worshipping their version of Almighty Sinnoh? The Diamond Clan with Dialga and the Pearl Clan with Palkia. I'm sure our ancestors would be shocked to see us agree. But this might as well be the best path forward, protecting the space we all share. Let us celebrate, for today dawns a new day. For all those who live in Hisuian region. That's a weird sentence. For today dawns a new day. That is a weird sentence. Hi, Niftaco. How are you doing? How are you doing? No, we're playing some Pokemon. Usually on Mondays, because I try to stream longer on Mondays, I try to do a different game other than Splatoon. Unless I'm doing training on Splatoon, Mondays are usually like the variety days. Oh, I was told this was a Splatoon streamer. The audacity. I am a Splatoon streamer. I just occasionally like Pokemon. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I'm good. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Let's go. Let's go. So that was Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't know how to feel about that. Because if I remember correctly... No, this game came out this year, didn't it? In January, right? Because I started playing it like a week or two after it started playing, or got released. And we're just now finishing it. I don't know how to feel about this game being over. How do you guys feel about the game and all the craziness that we did? I like how, like, some of the time we were taking this game seriously, but, like, majority of the time, especially as Chad, we were just memeing about. The memes in this game are great. I love it. Yeah, I realized this was a bit of a long post game, but, like, this is the end of the main series. Elias, this is obviously Breath of the Wild. Yes. Breath of the Wild of Pokemon. Lord of the Tuna! Oh my gosh. Am I ever going to live down the Lord of the Tuna thing? I don't think I'm ever going to live down the Lord of the Tuna thing. Oh my gosh, it's slightly embarrassing. Can we not? Okay, can we please go through a Pokemon stream without mentioning Simipour? The mistake of Simipour, please. Why do I play Pokemon at this point? Why? Why? No, we can't. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember what type of Pokemon we chose? Because we already did the vote for Violet, right? You know, I have it in my notes. So we did Pokemon. We're going to be doing Pokemon Violet as the next Pokemon Go. As the next Pokemon game. And yes, it was Fuecoco that we got. So we're doing Pokemon Violet, and then we got Fuecoco. Is Fuecoco the water type? Or is that someone else? I'm sorry, I know nothing about Pokemon Violet. No, he's fire? Damn it. Because I was about to say, oh, well, maybe I would do Simipour as a part of my team. But unfortunately, we already got a water type. But no, we don't. Yeah, the grass type is going to be the one that I'm going to use on my personal fire. On my personal fire? No, no, I'm not going to burn the grass type. No, no. No, what I was going to say is, like, I'm going to use the grass type as my personal file starter Pokemon, which is why back when we did the poll, it was only with the water type and the grass type, or water type and the fire type, because I always save the grass type for my personal file. You want to kill the cat? No, I don't want to kill the cat. I don't want to kill the cat. No. I am just misspeaking a bunch today. Oh my gosh. Well, that's going to be it for me for tonight, guys. I'll see you guys hopefully on Friday to do some more Splatoon fun. I'll see you guys later. Bye! No, we have more Pokemon to go. Of course you would, Michelle. Of course you would. So we got Fuecoco. I might, if I need a water type, because I actually do like Simipour as a Pokemon. He's kind of useless, but he's also kind of funny. If Simipour's in the game, I might actually have to use him. He's bigger. No, I'm not leaving, Chris. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. At least not yet. At least not yet. Your ARC phone is beeping. Seek out old Pokemon. No, I don't think I will. Never caught. Alright. How about we change our clothes? How about we wear the Survey Corps uniform? Because I don't like it. I'm going to go back to wearing my tailored suit. I really don't like the Survey Corps thing. I know, Chris, I know. That depends if it's available. If somebody, when we start playing it, because I believe I'm going to wait a week or two in order to start playing it. If somebody can confirm with me it exists in the game, I'll do it. Good morning, Loki. It looks like the space-time rift has vanished and the sky's gone back to normal again. Which I suppose means we better get back to our original mission, completing the Pokédex. We're going to meet the Civic Corps office to discuss our next step. See you there soon, Loki. You're so small. Alright. Oh, look at all my little babies in there hanging out. So cute. We've got Bidoof. We got Buzzreel. We got a Chimchar, I believe that is. Stantler. We got Driftbloom. We've got a guy there. What's your name? What's this little mammoth guy's name? I forget. I want to own a Komodo, honestly. I think the Komodos are so pretty. Do we get the actual, like, Dialga? Okay, so we get the actual Dialga. We don't get Palswine, thank you. So we get the actual Dialga. We don't get the, origin form Dialga. No. I didn't think it was actually going to let me release it. What would happen if you did release it, though? What would happen if you did release, Palkia? Would you just never get back again? Use items to get the origin form. Gotcha. Wait, if you release Palkia and Dialga, does that mean you can rematch them? Because that would be fun. That would be fun. Go back to the cave or finally battle place. You wanna know what? Because people seem to be such a big fan of Palkia, I think I'll leave Palkia on my team for a little while. And totally not for like an alternative motive thing. It's just I really like Palkia right now. I'm not that gutsy. I'm not that gutsy. Let's go see what the captain wants. And also, what is Sunbreak? Out of curiosity. Because Michelle keeps saying, oh, are we doing Sunbreak? Is Sunbreak just like an extended post game, or you get a new Pokemon? Ooh. So I trust you enjoyed yourself at the festival? Sure did. Daybreak? That's what the DLC called. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Indeed. Was it a free DLC or was it paid DLC? Because I don't remember. That only seems natural given the crowd. Free DLC. Gotcha. Gotcha. I believe last night was the first time I've caught a glimpse of you making merry, Captain. Gotcha, gotcha. I believe you must be imagining things. Now, Professor Livingston, to business. What is the current state of the Pokédex? Not good. I dare say we made quite significant progress, all in all. Though, we could afford to put a little more effort into our research tax. Shut up, Levidon. The world was ending, my friend, and I was apparently the only one who could save it. And of course, it's hard to know how far to go in pursuit of some reports. Some Pokemon have only been mentioned in Hisui's legends, after all. Who knows if they're even real? With how little we know about Hisui's history and legends, it seems like a total loss for tackle. Pardon, I couldn't help but overhear. Is this Melly? No, it's Volvo. If it's Hosuni's history and legends you want, then I'm your man. Why, I spent plenty of time studying such things instead of, I mean, while also tirelessly doing my work for the Ginkgo Guild. And I visited many of the ruins and whatnot here in the Hosuni region already. I imagine I could teach you a thing or two about any Pokemon of legends in these parts. My question is, because like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were trio games, right? How come the Ginkgo Guild wasn't called the Platinum Guild? Because that seems like a weird description to me. That Diamond and Pearl was a trio game with Platinum being the final trio game. So why is the Ginkgo Guild called Ginkgo and not the Platinum Guild? Oh, music to my ears, my good fellow. Listen well, Loki. You are to learn all you can from the merchant Volvo and work together as needed for the sake of the Pokédex. We, meanwhile, will also continue to gather intelligence on Pokemon by other means. Understood. I'll set up at the Heights camp then. Loki, I'll be expecting you. Besides, I have something I'd like to discuss with you too, so I hope you won't keep me waiting. What you got? You're that talented Survey Corps member I keep hearing about, right? I have a favor to ask of you. You know Ombre Tunnel, right? The tunnel near Obsidian Falls? I'm hoping to dig the tunnel walls to see if I can find any good stone in there, but a Pokemon's been raging about and getting in my way. It's more than I can handle. Think you could calm it down for me? I'll do my best. Dex 10, please head to the tunnel once you're ready to calm down that Pokemon. Nice, nice. Ashra, are you happy in there? That kind of seems like a tiny place for you to be swimming around about. Like, at least Rowlet can, like, fly around if he wants to get away from here, but you're kind of doomed, my friend. So I don't know what we're going to be doing next, if it's going to be Daybreak or just a regular post game, but how about we get started on what Volvo has asked of us? Alright. Oh, hey, look, there's Volvo. Loki, there you are. Have a look here, if you will. A good, long, close look, please. Didn't we see this last time we streamed this? There was something on the other end of, like, the map. Not this map, but, like, on a different map that looked exactly like this. Wasn't that the case? See these patterns modeled after Pokemon? I've come to think they might be letters. Rather like hieroglyphics, if you will. I've inspected ruins across the regions and have concluded that they all seem to tell some tale. The tale of a brave soul who, together with Pokemon by his side, went on a journey to search for fragments of an all-encompassing deity. A deity? Yes, all-encompassing deity, the creator of the very universe, and its name is Arceus. Perhaps you've already heard of this name? It does sound familiar. Of course! What else could I have expected from the hero who saved the Hosuni region? But now let's discuss the fragments. They must surely be plates. Yes, the very plates you collected as you went about quelling the frenzied nobles. Have you noticed that they all got words carved in the back? Go on, give them a read. You read the text engraved on the back of the first plate you've obtained. The original one, breathed alone before the universe came. This original one is none other than a Pokemon known as Arceus. So what do you say, Loki? Think we should try and gather all the plates? And I've got just the idea of where to start our search. Join me in the heart of the grueling grove. I guess follow. We'll see. This should be interesting, shouldn't it? Let's see where this goes. Wow, the Pokemon's not here anymore. Weird. I really hope I didn't accidentally like lock myself out of some missions. I doubt that I locked myself out of getting a certain Pokemon. But I hope I didn't lock myself out of getting any missions, because that would kind of suck. Alright. Now look, according to my own investigations. What? An Alpha Vesquin? Terribly sorry, Loki, but do you think you could handle it? I guess? That's a lot more effective than I thought it was. No, Palkia, you'll be alright. Alright, maybe not. Ultra Ball? No! Ultra Ball again? There we go. I kind of needed Vespercrin anyways, and I was having the hell of a time trying to find a female Combee. Because if you don't know, Vespercrin can only evolve from a female Combee, nothing else. You obtained the stone plate. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I read the stone plate in any Pokemon game, I read it as the stoned plate. I was like, damn. Damn. Why did that alpha Pokemon have the plate we were looking for? Maybe it just happened to find the plate laying around? In any case, that's the only other plate I had any information about, so that's that. I guess we'll see what's coming up. Left out there for us to find. Not to worry, though. I know the perfect person to ask. She's bound to know all about the plates. The one and only Mrs. Kagita. Yes. You haven't had the chance to properly thank her for helping obtain the red chain, am I right? All the more reason to pay her a visit. So onwards to Ancient Retreat. Oh, sure. Now you spawn in. I'm not going to waste all my balls trying to get this guy, but I want to try. Come on, look away. Stop suspecting. Good boy. Now turn your back to me. True, I could. Alright, let's get out of here. It's more so the fact that, like, there's a lot of things for us to do at the moment, and a lot of things we could be doing instead. So let's heal up our Pokemon a little bit. Man, I am severely underleveled for this game. Man. Wow, it's counting Palkia as caught this time. Interesting. Oh, it seems we made some observations. Let's have a look. The glade's done. We've got... Interesting. What research things do we have? Number of caught! 1! Because there's only 1 in this game. Oh my gosh. Not bad. Not bad at all. Guess it's time to go to the ancient retreat now. I am really wondering where this is going right now. Miss Kakata! Oh, lost one. It's miraculous what you've done. It seems like the red chain served its purpose well. And you carried out your duty as you were bid. What brings you here? Have you yet the need of me? About Arceus. Ah yes, a tale whose origins lies in a millennial or two ago. Those were the days of the ancient Sinnoh people from who I descended across. Many generations. Those forebears of mine worship Arceus as the Pokemon that created the Hisuni region. And I have heard of certain fragments, plates as they are called, that were given to the ancestors of Pokemon such as Clever and Raydeer. Is that all? I thought that surely you could tell us more about Arceus and the plates. Is this actually going to go into that movie Legend? If it is going to go into the movie Legend, that's kind of hilarious. I'm afraid I have nothing new to tell you. Why the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan would never have confused Dahlia and Palkia with the creator Arceus, had anything concrete been passed down. If only we had more to go on. The answers to the mysterious may even shed light on why Loki here fell from the sky. I see what you intend. Very well. I'll help as best I can. There are still other tremendous Pokemon in Hisunis. Many other mysteries to be solved. Whether they are connected to Arceus, I cannot say for certain. But searching them out, perhaps you'll stumble upon the path you seek. Let me think. There are Pokemon of the lakes, of course, and the Temple Giants. The Crescent Moon, the volcano, perhaps you might even return to the very beginning. Now then, what would you hear of? Ooh, what should we hear about first? Let's listen to the, like, Pokemon. Ah, yes, them. You already know. Go give them your thanks for the red chain. Show them how strong you've become. Now then, what would you have? Alright, whoops. The volcano. Well, we could be that bee, but Fire Spit Island. The crescent moon? Ah, yes, the moon. You must go where you may meet the moon gaze unobstructed. That clue illuminate your path? Well, make for the Coronet Highlands for now. So does that mean we have to go back to the temples for one of these? The Temple Giant. Why do I feel like that would be one of the Reggies? The secret that lurks in Snow Point Temple. Yeah, it's one of the Reggies. To find it, you must open the door that is sealed. And the beginning. Indeed, a beginning for you, certainly. Where was it you first fell to earth here? It appears that the opening of the space-time rift compel Pokemon that might otherwise have stayed hidden to come out and see what has befallen the world. I hope you succeed for your own sake and for that of your Pokedex you label on. I knew we could rely on you, Miss Kagita. That's more than enough information to work with. Now let's find these plates. So wait, are we getting all the Reggies or are we just getting Regigigas? This is as expected. Pokemon are the key to our search, Loki. If we can gather all the plates from them and decipher the messages on the back of the plates, at last, perhaps we can meet Arceus itself. That's Regigigas? Good. You should go search for the Pokemon that Kagita mentioned, Loki. Have your own adventures of research that I'd like to pursue. Arceus, Great of Hisuni. I truly can't wait to see what kind of Pokemon it might be. Now, I don't know much about this game. But I'm going to set it to a poll, okay? I'm going to do the Prelude Beach first. But what should we do next? After doing the Prelude Beach. The Lake Pokemon. Fire Spit Island. Moon View. Snow Point Temple. So which one of these four would you guys like to see next? For now, though, I am going to go do the play at Prelude Beach. The poll is up, so if you guys would like to vote on it, go ahead. I had a message from Miss Kagita. I'm told that you're collecting plates for some sort of with the Merchant Volo. Then we must go to Prelude Beach. Meet me there. Okay, don't know why you're being so dramatic about it. Oh my gosh! Look who it is! Oh my gosh! One of the creators of time is stopped by a puny little gate. Not so sure now, are you, bucko? Nah, I'm just kidding around. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on at Prelude Beach. Why are you back in your armor again? Wow, you changed fast. Prelude Beach. Indeed a place of beginning. Now is not the time for words. Face me in battle. Face me in battle. Sure. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, it seems like most people want us to go to Moonview, so I think after this, we'll go to Moonview and we'll see what we've got. Gosh dang it. I'm trying anyways. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's do agile style first. Wow, that did not do anything. Let's try and do this one next. Again, that did not work. Vulcan might actually get knocked out here. I feel like Golem's one of those Pokemon that slightly changes color over time. Even though it doesn't seem like it does, it feels like it does. I guess it's time for Negadaniel? We really need to evolve Negadaniel. Like, let's be honest here. We really need to evolve Negadaniel. Snorlax and bye Negadaniel. Mittens? Are you serious, Commander? Wow. Wow. How about you stop using cheap tactics? Screw you, Commander. Fight him, Chad! Fight him! You're bigger than a Snorlax, which is surprising to see because I never thought a Pokemon would be bigger than a Snorlax. But fight him again! Pebbles? Alright. Snorlax is down, but we only got 2 Pokemon left. That's interesting, Michelle. No, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, there we go. Now I kind of wish Chad was still alive. I really wish Chad was alive. Come on, Boof, survive it! Survive it, Boof! Survive it! No, Boof! You're defeating battle. Try again with a stronger team Pokemon. Damn it! We're so close too. We were so close. Yeah, they did. They did. Alright, time to go back, and I should be able to go see that girl now. Actually, what am I doing? I can just fly to the train zone. Like, I should be able to get, first things first. Do you sell a stone? Are you... What stone do I need? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Shoot. Dude, I don't know where to find them naturally. It's not money grind, it's MP that I need to grind. If it was money, I would be able to afford it. Sure. I don't know what the lucky egg is, so I heard the news. Face off between 2 masters. You know, I've heard our Corsic weapon can even defeat Alpha Pokemon. Everything's set. Come with me. It gives more experiments. Ah, nice. Here's our ace in the hole. Rest. Please, Captain Z. I'm just a common guardsman. However, so long as I stand in Defense Gate, I have no intention to let anyone defeat me. Bidoof, really? Why do you have a level 62 Bidoof? That's my question. I mean, doesn't he evolve into like B-Barrel at like level 20 something? Okay, got Shinx down. 15? Oh, wow. Well, Palkia's down. Let's get Chad out there. Come on, Chad, it's the last one. Hush, hush. They were asking for it by starting the battle. Battle decided. You broke through my defenses. I thought I could do better than that, seeing as I'm now a guardsman. That was to be expected. Setting out beyond the village and battling so many different Pokemon in the course of your survey corps has made you very strong. You know, my first job as a guardman was catching some Bidoof that seemed intent on infiltrating the village. Since then, I've kept so many Pokemon from passing through the gates, I sometimes live and let them in. Goodness, would people let me have it? But I also befriended some of the Pokemon, and before I knew it, we've grown strong together. I gained so much, and all because I was trying to make sure folks could live safely here. My job to keep everyone safe, isn't it? Now, there's one last thing I'd like to tell you, if you're heading outside the village again. Stay safe out there, kid. And now I think I better get back to work. Great rock! Interesting. Nice, I think I'll save that for next time I need it. Anyways, what was I doing? I know I have to go to the training ground for something. Alright. Let's see, what move should we give you? Mystical Fire might be good. I can tell. So before we go, Overheat, Infernal Parade, Rollout, and Flame Wheel. I want to keep Infernal Parade, but I do want to get other moves. So what should we get? I'm thinking of getting Mystical Fire because I need a better fire type move. I don't think Rock Slide would do it though, would it? Or should I go for something easier? Yeah, no, go special. So what would be special then? Iron Tail? Yeah, I guess so. I guess Rest is Psychic. True, Calm Mind could be good. If I was going to do some setup moves. So far we got Mystic Fire and Calm Mind. I kind of want to both replace Overheat and Flame Wheel, so... I just need one more move. We could do Hyper Beam. Ominous Wind, that would give us 2 ghost type moves though. Yeah, I think I'll go with Hyper Beam. Do you think this is good? Hyper Beam, Mystic Fire, and Calm Mind? Oh, that would actually be better for Bulldoze, yes. Where's Bulldoze? Yeah, so Bulldoze, Calm Mind, and Mystic Fire. Those are the 3 I think we'll learn. Alright, Pebbles. What do we got here? Hypnosis, Fire Blast, Double-Edged Flame Wheel. Mega Horn? Alright, I'll do a Mega Horn. Hang on, I'll be right back. I have to step away from the mic for a minute. I'll be right back. Yo, I'm back. I'm back. Alright. So we got Mega Horn, right? I don't know if Flame Blitz is an option. I'll check in the actual like moveset after we're done with this, but if not, The sun returns startled me. Sorry, I was gone for a moment there. Enjoy, Joshy. Enjoy. Fire Blitz, Mega Horn, and maybe Wall Charge. Yeah, I think for now we'll do Wall Charge and Mega Horn. I don't really think we need a third move. Because I don't exactly know what Pebbles knows as of now. Alright, now it's time for Chad. I don't know what we should make Chad, but so far Chad has Wild Charge, Thunder Fang, Crunch, and Thunder Shock. I kind of want to diversify little Chad's move a little bit. Chad needs to be a physical attacker? Okay. So for physical move, we've got Play Rough, Giga Impact, Iron Tail, Ice Fang, and Fire Fang. Any of the Fang moves could work. True, but what would be more useful, Fire Fang or Ice Fang? I do think I'll learn Play Rough, because I actually really do like Play Rough. But Fire Fang or Ice Fang? Ice Fang. I think we're going to pass on Iron Tail for now. I like Iron Tail a lot, but I don't think it's like the best move in the world. True, true. Electric move and Crunch. Do you have Crunch? You do have Crunch. Alright. We'll learn that. Gotcha. Okay, Daniel. Got Spike, Swift, Magical Leaf, Rest, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Dazzling. Not as big of a move pool as I thought. Absorb, Energy Ball, Poison Jab, and Venom Shock is what Daniel actually has. Special attacker. So for special attack, we've got Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Magical Leaf, Swift, and then that's it. Sludge Bomb. Alright, I'll do Sludge Bomb. I really like Magical Leaf, but I don't know if it's worth getting rid of the other two grass type moves that we have right now. All things considered. Alright. Should we go for Shadow Ball or Dazzling Gleam? Because we need to completely get rid of either Poison Jab or Venom Shock, because I don't really want to have two poison moves if we're going to have Sludge Bomb. Replace Poison Jab with what? Shadow Ball, I'm gonna say? I don't know. Sludge Bomb? But Sludge Bomb's also poison type. My point is that we shouldn't have half of our moves be poison type. So I really think we should diversify, because if we replace Poison Jab with Sludge Bomb, then half our moves are still going to be poison type. That's why I'm saying we should also get Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I don't blame you, but I'm saying we should pick one poison type move. Either Sludge Bomb or one of the two moves that we have. We can't have all three of them. Or we can't have two of them. Alright, let's do this. Mittens. Mittens has Thunderbolt, Hyper Beam, Giga Impact, Shadow Ball, Wall Pulse, Battle Claw, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Vest, Aerial Ace, and Rock Smash. Good idea, Inkley. Good idea. Definitely physical? I mean, yeah. All things considered. All things considered. So, for physical, we got Rock Smash, Aerial Ace, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Shadow Claw, Water... No, not Wall Pulse. Giga Impact. And that's about it. Well, you have 3 punches to choose from, and... all would actually be really good, honestly. It just depends on what coverage we want. I kind of think that leaving the target with paralysis would be the best, but we also got, okay, Aerial Ace for sure. We also got Chad to try and freeze people up. So maybe we should do Ice Punch or Fire type in order to get some chip damage. Oh, that is true. We could lose Chad. I know. Anything else that looks particularly interesting, or eh? I mean, Mittens has a pretty good, like, set of moves. I think we'll leave Palkia for now. Let's go back through this. Change moves. So we say Calm Mind. I think I'll do that over Overheat. Mystic Fire over that. Then Shadow Ball over Rollout. Oh, Bulldoze, okay. So we got Calm Mind, Inferno Parade, Bulldoze, and Mystic Fire. Is that what we should go with? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Pebbles! Whoops, wrong thing. Pebbles! We've got Mega Horn. Did we say we were going to replace Hypnosis? Because I can't remember. We have Flare Blitz. That's anything. We don't have Flame Blitz, but we have Flare Blitz, which I think is basically the same thing, isn't it? Flare Blitz. Oh. Yeah, I meant Flare. Okay, fair enough. No, I actually think I'm going to keep Hypnosis on. And replace it with Wild Charge. That should be an interesting moveset, eh? And Wild Charge. So we got Mega Horn, Hypnosis, Wild Charge, and Flare Blitz. Which should be all interesting. Chad. Chad, who I'm pretty sure has been with us since the start of the journey. So we said play rough. We were going to keep Crunch, and we were going to keep the Fang move. Is that what we said we were going to do? I mean, also Wild Charge is really good. Hi, Matt. Shoot, now I'm kind of in between. Do we keep Thunder Fang and go for it and lose out on Wild Charge, or do we put Wild Charge back in for Thunder Fang? Why is Play Rough Fairy? I have no idea. I'm gonna bet it has to do with when it came in. And when it became available, that is. So maybe that's why? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep Wild Charge in instead. Because if we're going physical, that makes the entire moveset physical. Alright, let's do that. Halfway through. Okay, Nega Daniel. I really need to get something for you. Magical Leap for that. Sludge Bomb. No, not Sludge Bomb. Is it Sludge Bomb? Oh, we also have Pedal Dance. Pedal Dance is also a really good move. Sludge Bomb for that. Shadow Ball for that. And I guess that's it? Dang, I did not have as much coverage as I thought. Oh well. That I have to do. And finally, Mittens. Why do I keep checking the status of all these guys? Oh my gosh. I think that's how it worked in older games, but I don't know. I'm going to place Nasty Plot. Alright. I think that's all the changes we are going to make to Mittens. How you doing, Matt, by the way? How you doing? There we go. Now we slightly upgraded our team. I do have a bunch of Seeds of Masteries that we could probably use on the team as well. But I don't know exactly how they work, to be honest with you. Now they can kick people's butts. Yeah, that's one thing I'm really bad at, is creating good movesets. Where are my Seeds of Mastery? Oh. I might have a little bit too much of these. I barely have any of these. Wow. Look at all these Seeds of Masteries that I don't have. Alright, let's go. Master moves. So these are ones that are not already mastered, right? Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Matt. I hope you are willing to join in with the Splatoon 3 fun, but it's okay if you can't. That's 3. Two, so that's 5. Two, so that's 7. 10. So yeah, I should have enough. Alright, let's master them all then. Sounds good, Matt. Sounds good. I am really looking forward to Splatoon 3, honestly. Splat 3 is going to be so much fun. Master moves. And then we'll try the fight again to see if we can do anything. If not, I don't know what we'll do. Megahorn. I am still really looking forward to doing some shiny hunting on here. I still plan on doing it as just a way to mess around. But also, the next games are so close. You're lucky, Matt. I don't exactly have that option. Although Michelle does not want to use any of the bonuses that you get from having a save file. Let's hope that they don't push it on you, but we'll see if they do. Why can't they just let you do this all at once? Why do you have to go through the slow process of doing this? Definitely get massive outbreaks unlocked for Shiny Hunt. It helps. I don't know how to do that, but we'll figure out. It's the DLC? Yeah, I don't know when that's gonna start, though. That's the thing. You need to evolve, Nega Daniel. You really do need to evolve. No, why can't I just do this all at once, dude? Why do I have to go through the slow process of selecting one move, telling you I want to master the move, then going through the menus again and again and again? Alright, if we can't beat the boss for this next round, Then I don't know. Then maybe we'll go see what the DLC has to offer. And train a little bit. Let's see what you got, Mittens. But I do want to try the fight with the big guy one more time because we were really close and we didn't have the best move set before. One last move. Alright, let's go. Time to go back to Prelude Beach. Let's try this one more time. Do you guys think I can do this? I'm going to start with Palkia again. Actually, no. Should I start with Chad? Because I believe last time I wanted to start off with Chad. I think this time I'll start off with Chad. No, Michelle, you don't want me starting off with Chad? Alright, let's go, Galaxy team. Go, Chad! Yeah, this was a bad idea. But last time he led with the bird. Last time he led with bravery. So that's why I led with Chad this time, because I thought he was going to lead with bravery again. Yeah, we did. That wouldn't have any effect, but... Guess it's time to Magical Leaf. I hope that Negadaniel doesn't get taken out. He's gonna have to. Yeah, I realized Mitsu's would have been a fine lead. It's his personal preference is all. Flash bomb. Nope. Got close though. You know, I'm gonna send out Palkia. I know we didn't change anything about Palkia. That's fine. I want to save Mittens though. Shoot. Oh, come on, Palkia. Oh, come on, Palkia. Fine. Mittens, get out there. Have a good night, Chris. I know, I just wanted to save Mittens for the bravery. That's all. Is it smart to do a strong move? I'm gonna do a strong move. There we go. That was bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use one of my revives. I have 25 of them. Who should I revive? Who on earth can help us most here? Ben? We'll see if Pebbles survives this one. Nope. Yeah, no, that was a race to revive. It didn't work. Damn it. Alright, let's do the girlfriend thing. I have no idea. So where should we go to start the DLC stuff? I died. At the Heights camp? At the field line camps or the Heights camp? Hi Clamdy, how you doing? So, we meet here again. I've been hearing plenty about your impressive exploits. Of course, I've always noticed that you would impress us, ever since you dealt with that alpha cricketune for me. I've had my hands full as well. I've no idea why, but Munchlax keeps trying to run off in different directions. Munchlax! Where are you off to now? I'm not sure what he's so focused on, but he just ups and disappears without warning. How you doing, Clamdy? How you doing? Keeping track of him has been quite the task. What was that just now? It almost seemed like to be responding to Munchlax. Darkphone's reacting to Munchlax and displaying his destination. It's pointing to Ramna's island. My, isn't this exciting? I wonder if we're about to see another strange phenomenon sweep across the Sunni. Or perhaps I'm reading too much into things. Perhaps good to visit Ramanaz Island to try and shed some light on this new mystery. Wait, is it asking me to leave? Oh no, it's over here. Let's set out! If I remember correctly, this is where the Alpha Chimchar evolution is, right? Perhaps I should change my mission. We'll see what's up with Munchlax in a moment here. Oh, look at the baby Shellas. It seems to be a place Miles Munchlax is interested in. Are those Zoos? Are those baby Zoos? Better report back to Maya about the Zora. No, I want to catch one. Yeah, I caught one! Would you stop following me? They want blood. They really do. Let me see if I can catch one more, so then when I evolve it, I have, like, living dex. Okay. Ah, I caught two! I caught two! I'll leave the rest. I'll leave the rest. Done with the investigation? Please tell me what you found. Mouse outbreak? That hardly tells me anything. What kind of Pokemon did you see then? The spiteful fox, Zora? Well, it came across a rare Pokemon. I've seen them in the Icelands before, but not here. So that's it, Munchlax? You were curious about the Zora? Well, this is unexpected. It seems there's too much Munchlax now. But naturally, I would never fail to recognize my own Munchlax. It's you, right? Not the Munchlax next to me, the other one. You let your friend down! So it was Zora. How odd for it to appear in the Fieldlands. I only hope that this isn't an omen of something unpleasant yet to come. As a precaution, it might be best for you to report this to your captain. Alright, I guess we're going back to Jubilife then. Let's go, let's go. Oh gosh, can I make it all the way back up there? Yeah, I made it. We got 2 babies. We kidnapped 2 babies from the wild. Wow, that was fast to complete this guy's Pokédex. Alright. Nice. Return to the village. Bonus school ordained. What is Loki thinking about? I am wondering why the Harry Potter kid is in a movie starring as Weird Al. Does that make sense? Whoa, did my stream just die? Did my stream just die the minute I mentioned Weird Al? Oh my gosh. That would be so bad if it did. I just can't remember his name. No, your stream's up. Weird. On my end, it says it's dead. On my end, it says my stream died. Oh well. I'll go for a little bit while longer and see where it takes us. Yeah, he's in a movie and he's starring as Weird Al. How you doing, Botanist? How's your stream? Gathering of Zora in a place other than their natural habitat. But it's also been caused by the space-time rift. I suppose we don't know enough to say for certain. At any rate, thank you for the report. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that movie to come out. It looks amazing. Yeah, it does look interesting. Weird Al's the young I want to be? Botanist. Botanist. We can never be as cool as Weird Al. Like, just accept it. Oh wow, 30 Ultra Balls. Nice. Loki, things are growing worse. After we parted, Munchlax reacted to several different locations, and there was a match outbreak at each of them, simultaneously in multiple locations. There must be somehow different from the mass outbreaks we know. Why don't we call this new phenomenon a massive outbreak? New orders to investigate the massive outbreaks. I feel you there, Botanist. I really do feel you there. Sounds like counting you to keep investigating? Well then, I'll be waiting for you by the front gate. There we go. I look away for 1 second. The little scrounge walks into the village. Oh, this is awful. I'm completely fair of the Civic Errors. How do I face Captain Zusi like this? Don't get a hold of yourself. Catch the boost and everything will be fine, but still, 3 boosts a lot. Do more than I can handle on my own, in fact. Oh, I have an idea. I heard these particular pests get easily distracted if other booths are nearby and end up laying their guard down around humans. So, if you bring a Bidoof to draw their attention, I can seize a chance to catch the little troublemakers. You'll have to do that later. I meant to talk to you. I suppose I should tell you exactly what I witnessed first. Munchlax suddenly took off running into a rainstorm. I tried to stop him, least to get wet, but I saw those mass outbreaks appearing all over. Perhaps it was a massive mass outbreak that Munchlax was so curious about. If that's the case, Munchlax may be able to help us in this investigation this round on. I'll also work with you, as I'm concerned about Munchlax. We begin our investigation as soon as you're prepared. Are you ready to go down now? Yes. Let's go, let's go. We haven't seen anything out of the ordinary yet, nor has Munchlax reacted to any. So just wait here, see whether something happens? Sure. I actually want to go see that Weird Al movie. It's raining. It looks like it's going to get worse. Are you worried about the rainstorm, Munchlax? Still don't know what's causing these mysterious massive mass outbreaks. Where should we look? Perhaps that fancy map of yours can show us something. Oh! They're literally all over the place. Oh, wow. Massive mass outbreaks of phenomenon in which many mass outbreaks occur once. Mass outbreaks locations are marked by a question mark location on the map, and you won't know what Pokemon can be found there until you go see. These are rare outbreaks will dissipate over time, so you need to hurry to investigate them. Catch or defeat the Pokemon in mass outbreak before it dissipates for investigation that particular location. Sometimes additional Pokemon may appear immediately after you complete the investigation. Okay, I picked which one I want to go to first. What Pokemon? Is this Starly? Wait. Dang, it's a Starly here. This should be interesting. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. Let's get rid of these two real quick. Birds for breakfast, right? Do I have to keep beating every single one of these in order to get the Matt's Outbreak research? Or can I just leave and research a different one? Like, do I have to, completely destroy every single bird here? No, I don't think I will. I think I'll go find a different one. I kind of want to defeat all these guys. Let me up. Let me up. Don't want to fight you. No, stop it. Get into the ball. How many have I caught? No, you get in the ball. Gosh dang it, Pichu. Bulldoze. Brainstorm shows no sign of stopping anytime soon. Interesting that I showed that text. And that Pichu ran away. Photos. Let's go, Pichu. Oh, one last one. Let's eat the last one. No, that's not what I told you to do, Boo. I told you to attack the Pichu. My gosh, Boo. Are you that hungry? Because I never feed you? Because this game doesn't allow you to feed your Pokemon? I think that's it for that one. Let's go over to the next one. Oh shoot, I don't really have a good way of dealing with you guys, now do I? Well, first things first, let's take out the guy that, spotted me. Aqua Tail it. Oh, that's true. I do have Nega Daniel that I could use instead, if needs be. That is true. I kind of forgot those two. Let's hope Polka can do this. I don't think Bulldoze would do that much to these guys, honestly. Alright, Nega Daniel. Let's hope that you don't go second. Get rid of you. Nice. I can see how the massive mass outbreaks can really help with, Who saw me? I can really see how the massive outbreaks can really help people get shiny Pokemon if they're like unlimited respawns, basically. I do find that very interesting, to be honest. Oh shoot, I'm out. Go to the next one. Where is my waypoint? There it is. Once we figure out what the next one is, we'll see if Bulldoze actually can help us with that one. Chatot! I love Chatot! Get in my balls! Go tell Child to do that? What do you mean? Oh. I guess they're gonna run away. I guess that worked. You just ditch? They all be ditching. I like how Chad does a little nod whenever they run away, like respect. I understand why you wouldn't fight me. I wouldn't want to fight me. Alright, I think that's for that. Oh, I'm gonna bet that the rainstorm is the timing for it, right? The rainstorm tells you how long you have left to investigate all these ones, right? Damn it, I don't want to do more cricket tots. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe good EXP, but I don't want to do it. Well, rock types? No. Maybe something interesting. Well, I'm pretty sure I already finished the research level on that one. So, next up? Sorry, I know I'm kind of skipping here and there. It's mostly because a lot of those Pokemon, I'm pretty sure I completed the research data for. I kind of want to see what the new ones have to offer. More Pichus? I don't exactly need more Pichu. So I'm gonna leave these guys alone. Find out what's out here. That mass outbreak is Shellos? Oh, I love me some Shellos. Get in the ball! Get in the ball! Oh, hi there, good sir. I did not see you there. Ice Fang? Shoot, that didn't do as much as I thought it would. Shellos is water ground, right? Right? Or am I crazy? I don't know, maybe I am crazy. Yes, water ground? Okay. So I'm not crazy. Bye-bye, Gastion. Poor Pokemon seem to be gone. That's the only one I actually did. All the other ones I bailed after like a minute. I don't need to catch the Gastion. I can just evolve a Pokemon to that. Oh wait, it's not raining anymore, so I don't think the mass outbreaks are going to be a thing right now. Can I talk to Melly about that? What I just reported on? Alright, I guess. I caught 15 Pokemon. A lot of them were... Wow, that was a lot of Shellos. I caught more Shellos than anything. I really like Shellos. How do I not get full credits for this guy already? Oh my gosh. A 1,000 more points to go. Return to the village. So is there a way to guess when this is gonna happen? It's the question I guess I'm gonna ask. I'll tell you? Okay. That's a regular mass outbreak then. Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I can't give anything a break. I'm gonna try that guy's battle one last time. I'm gonna try that guy's battle one last time. Who should I start off with now? Because apparently who the other guy leads with is randomized. So who would be a good overall start? We got a lot of good start. No, I'm gonna start with Mittens. Yeah, let's go Mittens. Let's try this one last time, and I think that'll be it for tonight. Let's do this. Golem's gonna be hard to take down with Mittens. Got Iron Tail, which might work. Oh, that really worked. Commander! Stop that! My gosh. Heracross. I don't know if we have anything for Heracross. Not that it matters. Mittens is down. Let's use Boof for Mystic Fire. There we go. That's the Boof I'm looking for. Let's do this. Snorlax is going to be a hard one. Especially when you do that, you stupid commander. Shoot, I don't know. Palkia I'll send out there, because Palkia is the same type of level-ish. Let's try this twice? I don't know. Okay, good, Palkia. Well, last time, Palkia! Let's go, let's go. Alright. Fable, not the best choice because, the matching is weird. The matching is indeed very weird. Let's do that, because Palkia's not going to last another move from Clefable. Might as well try and get as much damage as I can. Ooh, that wasn't much. It's Statue Lord, though. Nigga Daniel? Let's try. Nigga Daniel, poison! One last round. I am severely underleveled for this stuff. I guess it's time for Chad. Agility style Ice Vein. Let's hope that does something. And then strong Wild Charge. There we go. There we go. Battle decided. Even frightful creatures like Pokemon can become powerful allies. There we go. You've grown even stronger since we faced one another on Mount Coronet. It's clear you do not view Pokemon as dangerous enemies, but rather trustworthy allies. Allies whom you can reach great heights. Perhaps you are a divine being yourself, sent to bring us gifts from above. Here, you should have this. The fist plate. When the very first of our Galaxy Expedition team, myself, Benny, and the others, the first foot on Prelude Beach, we found that plate. It clearly had held some kind of power, so I've kept it safe all this time. I found it fitting that I should now end up with you. We likewise arrived here on the same beach. Perhaps something is guiding us. Indeed, it must be so. You and I, Adam, Ida, it appeared we'd be guided by one called Almighty Sinnoh. Huh. It must be more appropriate to call this region the Sinnoh region. I know I've got no right to say this, but we're truly fortunate to have been able to count among the Civic Corps ranks. If you had not joined us, we would have fallen on Mount Coronet. We would have lost our home. We would have lost our future. Now then, carry on your survey work. The knowledge that you collect about wild Pokemon of this region will serve to illuminate our path forward as we walk into the future. Based on Connor's hint, it seems that there's 4 more plates left for you to find. I guess we know what we'll do next time. But I've been live for like 3.5 hours. I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. How about we do watch some Animal Crossing? CEO is doing some Animal Crossing fun, so let's go say hi to CEO. I haven't rated CEO in a long time. And they're doing an Animal Crossing stream of one of my favorite Animal Crossing. So yeah. If you want to go watch some Animal Crossing, you definitely can. But if you cannot donate to Black Lives Matter, and click that YouTube link or look up Stream to Donate on YouTube. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter for updates. Check out my YouTube channel. Songs I love on Spotify. I hope you guys have a great day. Night or for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Alright?